Day 6. I'm in Elliston. Kind of a crappy night, I'll tell you that. I passed out real early. I had 2 whole beers at the bar, and that was more than enough for me. So I came back over here and just crashed the hell out. I had 2 meals. It's Montana. Things are cheap, so I got 2 meals and 2 beers for $25. Chicken sandwich and fries, and then some fried chicken that was somehow burnt on the outside but still cold on the inside. I don't know. I think she knew she fucked it up because she said it. She said, "Let me know how this tastes," but not the chicken sandwich. And yeah, it was horrible. I told her it was great. It was food, and you brought it to me. You cooked it. I'll be happy with it. It wasn't great by any means, but I told her it was. I'm sitting here waiting till 10 o'clock till the little store here opens so I can get resupply for the next journey to Lincoln, I believe it is. So this last 70 miles, well, technically 80 something, took me 5 days. 5 days, man. It was a little longer than I expected because I had to walk out of Butte instead of like getting hitched for that like 12 miles. So, that added to it. Yesterday I did 22 though, so hey, even with the shortcut and everything, it was still 22. So hey, look at me. But half of it was road walking or dirt road, so it did make it a lot easier. But still, I did over 20. So I did over 20 my first day and today. So that helps make up for those 15s I've been pulling. It's hard to sleep in this town. I was curious how we did it last time because there's a train constantly, and they're right there, man. You can hear the squeaky wheels on the tracks, much less the horns. So I was able to pass out and stay out until about 3, and then from 3, I've just been like tossing and turning because there's just trains coming through, and they're way too loud to ignore. I was curious how Count dealt with it last time, but then I remembered that he could only hear me. He couldn't hear everything else. Because that dude just wakes up easy. He'd be like, "Dude, I could hear you breathing last night. I heard you blinking." Yeah. Yeah, but like all these other noises go on and they don't wake him up. It was always just any noise I made. And I was like, "Man, how'd he sleep here?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, he wasn't focused on the trains. He was focused on me." He's like, "Hey man, I heard you putting your shoes on. Yeah, could you do a little quieter next time?" I hope this place has a decent resupply. I do need 5-ish days. I wish it was the 3 that I had planned in my mind. I'm like, 70 miles. That's a little more than 20 every day. I'll do that 3 days. No, it's 5. It's 5. Wake up to the reality, dude. Hopefully I still get a little stronger and whatnot. I am definitely still under the weather. I'm still a phlegm factory, man. I've blown like 15 snot rockets already today. Yesterday I wore my nose raw by blowing snot rockets. I didn't even know that was possible, but I blew it. I was like, "Oh, that burned." Why did it burn? Because I've been blowing so many snot rockets. I don't have tissue paper, but I didn't know you could blow so many snot rockets that you would wear your nose raw. I have learned. But I think I feel better than yesterday, and yesterday I felt better than the day before, so I'm on the mend. I'm waiting for my coffee to brew. I got a new coffee filter. I try a new coffee filter every once in a while, but I am not pleased with this one at all. I'm hoping I find one in a hiker box or something. I got something that was small and foldable. Let me see if I can. No, I'm not even gonna fuck with it. I'll mess my coffee up. But it's just a envelope of metal mesh, and you put the coffee grounds in there. But there's no way to suspend it in your coffee. Well, I kind of like have it just like sitting in there expanded, but if I touch it, it'll fall in and I'll get grounds everywhere. It doesn't filter the same way my other coffee filter did. This one, I have grounds in my coffee every single day. I just do. And then I guess there's nutritional value in that in there. But yeah, I miss my old coffee filter, so and I just wanted this one seemed better because it was foldable. Just a little envelope. I could fold it up, put it inside the cup. My other one wasn't fitting in the cup, so I was like, "Well, we'll try a new one." Regrets. Yeah, a lot of things aren't working out on this trail. My motion detector, I've set it up twice, and it just randomly beeps. I don't know why. Maybe it's the branches moving. I don't know. But if that thing goes off in the middle of the night, it's going to scare the shit out of me, so I haven't had it on. Oh, excuse me. So that thing I'm not going to be using. I'll be getting rid of that. I'll be throwing it away here. My solar panels work really well, though. I'm pleased with them. There's no glass on them or anything, so I'm not damaging them yet. They work really well so far. Been able to charge all of my devices every day, and my batteries get topped off while I walk. So, I'm pretty pleased with that. About time we got better solar panels, man. Technology's been around for a while, but we've been using the same shit in the backpacking world since I started hiking. So it's nice to see that there's something new. Yeah, I'm gonna need to buy all new gear for the next hike. Now that I've fucked my quilt up. Need a quilt, need a backpack. My hammock's still working well, but my tarp has holes in it, so I'm gonna replace the tarp. So those are three big expenses right there. I need to, luckily I didn't quit my job though. I still got a job when I go back. So, go back, start saving up money because, next year we're doing a 3,000-mile hike. Those are kind of expensive, up the West Coast. California isn't the cheapest state to buy stuff in. Oh, yeah. But that's next year's problems. All right, my coffee should be near done. I can't get in there and stir it around anymore. I just have to let it sit and stare at it. Do your job, coffee filter. I like it better when I could stir and squish it through and stuff. I've lost that option. I don't like you, coffee filter. You work for now, but I don't like you. Okay, we got time to kill. I'm going to hang out, smoke some pot, drink some coffee, do what I do. It's 5 o'clock right now, so I've got 5 hours before anything opens. And notice it's summer here, and I'm still wearing puffy jackets and, head gear, and, I'm cold. It's 115 back in Phoenix right now. I don't want that either. Temperate hiking. I guess this is about as temperate as this state gets for hiking, though. So, glad I chose this time of year. Amazing people live up here. I can see living up here for the summer, even though I still have to wear layers. But I could not imagine living here for the winter, man. These people are beasts. Yeah, special people. Although they probably think the same thing about us for living in the desert in Arizona. I try not to, but sometimes I do. Okay, I'm rambling. Let's do some stuff. I'll see you guys in a bit. So I got my solar panel hanging in the tree just because the shadow's on the table still. Got my water filter in over there, and then I saw the post office and I remembered, oh yeah, I brought a letter from Arizona, didn't I? I need to mail that. They sent me a thing in the mail saying that they heard a rumor that I got a license in another state and that I need to prove that I live in Arizona if I want to vote. So, I had to make a copy of my birth certificate, all sorts of stupid stuff. But I figured just to confuse them, I'd mail this from Montana. I doubt they'll even notice, but just in case. Heard a rumor that I got a license. Don't we have computers? They should know whether I got a license in another state or not. Not like, we suspect you might have. I think they're just trying to make it so I can't vote. There's a whole lot of voter suppression going on in this country, and I ain't gonna fall for that. Are these apples? Oh, they so are. Them little crab apples, aren't they? Oh, solid as rocks. I still might try one before I leave. Well, at least bite one, just see what it tastes like. I bet it's sour as hell. Alright, let's go mail some stuff. Just so you can see the grandiose splendor of this place. This is what we've got. It appears that most of the shops are closed, if they are even shops. Looks like there's some housing over there, maybe? And it would suck to live this close to the railroad. We got a post office. We've got my resupply, the Elliston store, and that is the bar, the Hunter's Alley, or Saloon, and that is it. That is it. Hope there's a decent resupply. And then I walk back out that way. I don't know, it felt like about a mile down the road where the trail starts again. And it's the purple line back to the red line, so I'm on it for a while. I was gonna take the train tracks out because I saw them on the map. But after listening to how many trains came by, there's no way I'm getting on there because it looks like there might even be a bridge for a while. Yeah, I don't want to be stuck on a bridge with a train. So I gotta wait till 10 o'clock for this place to open. And then I might wait till 11 for that place to open and grab some food for the way out since I am calorie deficient at this point. Still not eating proper, but at least I ate better last night than I've eaten in a while. Twiddle my thumbs. So this is my solar panel. It is a Flex Solar. I got it off Amazon, but it is not glass or anything. It's just, I don't know. It's really slick. I was surprised things stuck to it, because what I did was, since, it has no battery itself, I attached batteries to it. They got that new kind of Velcro, not hook and loop, so the stickers actually stuck to it really well, so I'm pleased with that. And it's such a satisfying when it clicks on. And so I just have those in there. The ports, it has one of those little C ports and a normal port. It'd be nice when the world finally balances out and just decides on one kind of port, so I don't have to have like adapters and whatnot, because I didn't have one that goes from C to this kind, because most batteries still run on the old kind. I have had a battery or two that does take a C charger, but most of them have those stupid little two-prong thingy old style chargers. I think they're the Bs. But yeah, they really need to focus on just like one kind of cable. But hell, we're still using, flathead screwdrivers. And as soon as Phillips was invented, they should have got rid of the flathead. Well, like, this thing's worthless. You can open a can of paint with it, but it doesn't serve many other purposes. But yet they're still out there. Freaking hate a flathead. You slip out of it as much as you turn it. I'm bored. I want to go walking. Okay, so we have approximately the same distance to go from here to the next town as we did from Butte to here. This took me 5 days. Let's see if we can get it done in a little bit less. Maybe I'm stronger? I don't know. So I'm going for, I'm only going to buy 4 days of food, and then, I'm like ration if I fuck up. 4 days and something to carry out of here. That's probably what I'll do. I'll get like a to-go meal or something at the bar. That makes sense. A nice hamburger for the trail. He's just enjoying the sun. Okay, twiddle my thumbs. So it turns out, because one of the things I didn't like about this phone was it didn't have the 100x zoom, which I never used to take pictures because the pictures just suck. I used it as binoculars on the trail. It was awesome. Then I upgraded the phone and it doesn't have it anymore. But I found an app that you can get that gives you your 100x zoom back, so I guess it was in the phone. They just didn't let you have it. So like for demonstration, you see those cows up on the hill? Let's see what I can enhance to with this. Enhance. Alright, so that's my full enhance. Those are cows right there. Okay, but let's check it out with 100x zoom. Look at that. Oh, it's hard to hold steady, but look at that. Right in on them. You can tell there's a baby cow and everything. Baby cow. It is hard to aim. Luckily, it helps me a bit. Stops it from being as jittery as it would be. But pretty cool, huh? All the way from back here. So I went in, did my shopping. I don't know if I have enough. I'm going to go through and play with it and count out the days. I think I need more, but that is $104 right there. Oh my God. $104. So I went and dropped another 20. I want to have enough food. They got these bacon wraps. Potatoes, eggs, bacon. Grabbed 4 of them. I will eat half for breakfast and half for lunch is the plan. They do the darn tough exchanges here. I got these beauties. Oh yeah. Gotta love them. And we're off. I'm going to walk back down to the trail. I am going to follow the train tracks up. It seems that there is a road that parallels the train tracks. So that's what we're going to do. Well, this is where I jumped onto this road initially. I remember the sign. Child camp. And I walk down this road for a while longer until I get up on the train tracks and head off into the mountains somewhere. instead of following this road down a lot farther and then going up into the mountain somewhere. I like the train track idea. Let's see if we can make it work. That nice guy. Nuts. Just stopped to ask if I needed a ride. He's the first person on this trip so far. Lots of people passed me walking on roads, so that was really nice of him. Because, yeah, the beginning of the CDT is still a few miles up. So I can see why he'd offer me a ride, but these train tracks veer off pretty soon, so I'm just gonna, I'll take those instead. Train tracks are always cooler. Well, if you were gonna read the whole thing, you can pause. But what I got out of it is this dude brought camels over here. But the camels freaked out the horses and whatnot, so they kicked the camels out. But yeah, before they used trains, they used camels. Ooh, it's so hot out here, my eyeballs are sweating. I'm like less than a mile from where I get off this road. He's come to terrorize me. Go home, your dad's calling you. His black dog came all the way up here. I had to like sit there pointing going, go home! I didn't want the dumb thing jumping out of the road with me. He's down at the bottom of the hill yelling at it. I'm yelling at it. Finally it wised up and just went back home. Okay, get away from the road. Yay. Sign says I'm going to Mulan Pass. Mulan. Oh, much better than the highway. Eventually it takes me down there. So train tracks are down there. See the other road. I assume this just keeps going slightly downhill till I connect. Tons of water down there. It smells nice too. What am I smelling? I don't see a bunch of flowers around, but that's kind of what it smells like. Well, I haven't had a break in 3 or so miles, and the pack is heavy. This will do. I just had a dude drive by this road, which actually says like no motorized vehicles, but maybe it means beyond that tree. So I didn't expect anybody to be on it because the main road's right there. But anyway, he pulls off and he asked me if I needed anything he could do for me and all that. And I was like, oh, thanks. He knew I was walking the CDT. That was really nice of him. So I picked up these just labeled bacon things. Breakfast burrito things. And at first I was thinking, man, $4.50, that's pretty expensive, but what are you going to do? It's the only show in town, so they got you. But once I bit in it, and there we go. I mean, that is chock full of good stuff, man. That first bite was delicious. I mean, it's not huge by any means, but I feel $4.50 is totally worth it. It has good stuff in it. A lot of times you just get screwed and there's like way too much potato and whatnot, but there's a lot of goodness in this. I bought 5 of them. So, yeah, I got 4 more chilling in there waiting. Half for breakfast or so, because I also have an oatmeal packet, but there was no tuna packets or anything for lunch. So I'll try to conserve most of this for lunch. I don't eat much in the morning anyway. I just need something to get going. So I was thinking oatmeal and like 2 bites and then save that for lunch. I bought some beef sticks with the cheese, you know, things that aren't really beef or cheese, but they put them in a package together. Bought a few of those. I don't normally eat those, but options were limited. She had a lot of good stuff, but, you know, just not the stuff I normally eat. It's not a grocery store, though, you know. It's a gas station, essentially. A lot of nice stuff, though. I mean, she had dark tough socks. That was really cool. So, yeah, I'm rating this burrito 5 out of 5, man. So I expected things to change, but no, halfway into it, it is still mostly bacon with some potato. Normally it's mostly potato with some bacon. I'm going to refrain from eating the rest. It's hard to do, but I want to save some for later. You may think having 5 of these is a lot, but it's not. Trying not to eat them all on the same day, that's the hard part, man. Much needed break. Took a little horror's bath with my bandana. Remind me to wash that out in the next water source. I'm also hoping to take a quick actual bath in the next water source. Maybe wash a few items of clothing. But we'll see. It's got to be more than a trickle. And it depends on how warm out it is. I don't like getting wet when it's cold, you know. So now I'm down to just a skirt, no shirt. Maybe I'll get a little bit of sun here and there. I work nights, so I don't see the sun very often, so I'm pretty pale. The sun just got blocked out, so I was like, oh, what blocked that? And I was like, oh, that's a massive cloud. And then I saw all this on the horizon. I don't know what's beyond the hill, but I see rain. I was looking this way the whole time. You got puffy, nice white clouds. That was under the brim of my hat. Ooh, it just got even darker. Look at the sunlight go away. Oh, this is nice. I believe it's going to be blocked for a while, so I'm going to take my hat off. I love having the sombrero, but I don't like having to wear it. And it does block a lot of my vision. You know, my peripherals all hat. Which is great for blocking sunlight. It also blocks everything else. I don't know if they show up, but at first they look like mosquitoes. They're all just hovering around me and whatnot, but not a single one has landed on me. They don't fly like mosquitoes. So I was like, man, I'm half naked. It could be really rough if I came across a mosquito storm. Looks like I picked the right time of year, though. You hear about them, but you don't see them very often. This is actually my first time. They're train enthusiasts. Hey, here's another hiker. I stopped and chatted with them for a while, but they got cameras set up and whatnot. And I was like, dude, what the hell? I was like, there's so many trains last night, and like, there's only been one that passed us on my entire walk out train. He's like, yeah, there was a big envelope or something of them last night. I don't remember the term he used, but it was something along those lines. I was like, okay, not just me. Let's see who this hiker is. Big old coal train. 3 engines on that bad boy. You know it's long. Big. Look at all that coal. Damn, there was 5 more engines in the middle and 1 at the end. Wow, one of the longest trains I think I've ever seen. Me and Hook had a conversation. I told him of things to look for along the trail. Some, you know, cool shit, just whatever came to mind. It's fun to do that with people, they'll remember it. I remember the dude who told me about a throne on the Kinsman Mountain that you could watch the sunrise in, and I thought about that thing for the whole trail. And I found it. It was there. That's a whole lot of coal, man. That went on for like a solid 3 minutes. That's a lot of water. I don't need any for, the next 5 miles or so. It looks like I follow this for a bit, so maybe there'll be some real easy access points near the end of it. I have no idea where all that water went. It was flowing like right down there, which, kind of right down here-ish, but I can see all the way over to the train tracks. There's no water. I'm only maybe half a mile from where I saw that, tops. Oh, even less. Just gone. Ooh, decided to take another break. A couple miles later, my pack is heavy. That thing's just filled to the brim. I'm assuming I'm in the shadow of a tree, but there's clouds, so I don't know where the shadow is. Beautiful day otherwise. Not as close to the tracks as I expected, which I'm glad for how busy they are. On the map, this road is like right next to the tracks the whole time. It's nice having a little bit of buffer. These are pretty big trains and they move pretty fast. And there's a lot of them. So yeah, relax for a moment. This nice day where the sun isn't beating me up too much. It's coming out and kicking my ass a little bit, but then a nice big cloud comes along, fixes everything. Not too buggy. There's bugs all over the place and they keep landing on me, but they're not biting me. So hey, that's really cool. It's the little wins. Relax, do a little more walking. These trains are all so large that they have engines both on front and back and sometimes in the middle. A lot of big coal trains coming through here. That's all I've seen really going by is coal. I mean, no, I've actually seen some other things, but coal is definitely the highest one. It's nice. Little sprinkles are falling right now. I feel good because, you know, they're only temporary. Right? Temporary. Should I put on clothes? Probably should anyway. I've gotten an hour or so of sun, and as a pale person, that's quite a bit. Sunburns are uncomfortable as fuck. Yeah, the skies are pretty dark. I'm gonna at least put a shirt on. Just in case it gets a little more than sprinkles. And we're off, and another train is coming up the way. There is a path here. Very well established as far as paths go. And I would think it'd be cattle that did it, but I haven't really seen cow poop. And you know, those two go hand in hand. Like, I wouldn't have been able to relax under that tree had this been a cow path. Path just disappeared. That one has an engine pushing it as well. And that train was so long that it started when I was chilling at that tree way back there. And that's that one. And I'm all the way here. And this is uphill because I was walking kind of slow. I got some long chains out here is what I'm saying. They're not so noisy in the middle, it's just the ends of them that are real noisy. I thought I heard voices, but I see cattle, so I'm assuming it's cows making noise. Yeah, confirmed. It was cows. Uh-oh. I started a little mini stampede, I believe. Don't worry, babies. I'm not going to eat any of you until you're processed. Please give me a... Ooh, here's where I get to cross the tracks. How exciting. Oh, we got some bike packers coming up the way in their garb. Yeah, let's chat them up. Oh, by accents, they were Australian. Love me, Aussies. They're good peeps, man. They're as close to as Americans as I've encountered. You know, we've got the same sense of humor and whatnot, so they really jive with me. Can I grab that? Are you thinking, is this going to be the last one? You know, we got cows all over the place. And not necessarily on that side, huh? I think they've all been on this side. It looks pretty clean. I don't need water yet, though. It's like I'd just be adding weight. I'm not going to do it. I mean, I can only grab right now at most 3/4 of a liter, unless I, you know, pounded some. Then I can maybe get a whole liter. That jet seems unusually low. Am I up that high? That's probably part of my problem as well, is, you know, the altitude or elevation. Okay, that's the word I'm looking for. You know, I don't know how high I am now, but I'm assuming it's considerably higher than Phoenix is. And I know that does stuff to you, so, you know, normally I walk to elevation, not take a bus. It's a big old cloud coming in. Might even call that a cell. And it even has knuckles. Look at that. It's raining. Oh yeah, all over the place. Didn't even notice. Yeah, I forgot to check the weather. That's per usual. I was trying to figure out where they got all this boulders from, and I was like, did they get it from this train? You know, laying down these tracks right here? I was like, that doesn't make sense, because that's a whole lot of them. Until you follow it all the way down, at the end you notice that like part of a hill is missing. So all this was that hill. Probably laid out in kind of order as well, I have to imagine. You start closest from it dumping, and you keep dumping further away. Go digging through that for some fossils. I don't know. Should probably find somewhere to hide for a little while at least. A lot of stuff that seems like it's barreling down on me, and that one right over there is pretty talkative. I don't know what that white thing ahead is, and maybe I can hide around it. Oh, never mind, that thing's way up on private property. I don't want to mess with that. Oh, there's skeeters here. These are definitely skeeters. Look how filthy those engines are. Nuts. I said enhance. Quite possibly the filthiest engines I've ever seen. I'm assuming they're way overused. Something about to happen. Are those two separate tracks, or are those two trains going to merge and become one? That one's already got like 4 or 5 engines on it itself. Nope, looks like they're passing each other. I thought that would explain why those engines were so dirty. I thought maybe they're the ones that pull it through that little town. Like a tugboat kind of thing for trains. It's going back and forth side to side, pulling other trains through. The little engines that could. Nope, they're just dirty ass engines. So I'm hoping to make it to those trees yonder or yonder. Where this comes in. It doesn't look so bad, does it? Man, it's raining pretty good over there. But I neglected to put clothes on because digging into my pack's kind of hard. I got to remove solar panels and my tie back, my sit pad. And, it's a process. So, I'm mostly naked right now. As soon as the first raindrop hits me, I better stop and I'll start pulling out clothes. That's a big train. Looks like I know why. At least this wind is keeping them skeeters down. Or maybe it was just that little area. Doesn't seem all that swampy or anything. Maybe I'll be spared. The angry noises are coming from down there now. Hopefully, I shall be spared. Because I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I was down there. But now I'm not. Truck just passed me, had 4 or 5 guys in it. And 4 or 5 dogs. I swear Montana's got to have one of the highest dog to people ratio. Shh, back there. But Montana's got to have the highest dog to people ratio anywhere. The mailman will be driving around with a dog in his lap, the FedEx guy. Everybody's got a dog out here. There's a dog at the post office this morning barking at me. Not just visiting, he lives there. Or at least, work there. The lady that I resupplied from has her 2 dogs running about. They came out and greeted me before, like 2 or 3 hours before the place opened. I feel like it's chasing me. Is it getting closer? I think it is. Maybe I'm not going to be spared after all. Just keep walking. You'll find a nice place to hunker down. Always throw up a tarp. Well, not always. It's, you gotta have something to tie your tarp off to. I can do things like trekking poles, but that takes a while. You gotta get that balance just right. You're gonna be getting hit with wind and whatnot. You don't want that thing collapsing on you. So you're gonna get soaked while you're trying to do that. So you might as well almost not set it up. Oh, look how tall these mullen are. Oh, this one's like 6'5". Uh-oh, me and a moo cow are on the same side of the fence. I should have gone to Barbara. You have an ugly baby. You want your ugly. Most baby cows are cute, aren't you? Man, I got thunder crashing all around me now. Nothing looks serious, but it's just taunting me. Boom. Like, you heard that, right? It's still going on. Yeah, it's not your ordinary, everyday thunder here. It's like a bit of hell kind of thunder. It's coming from over here, and over here. And I'm not sure which way these clouds are going because they're moving so slow. Yeah, I can't tell which way they're going. I think they're coming towards me from this direction. So I'm kind of looking for a place to at least hide, throw up my tarp just in case it does start raining. But I'm not necessarily ready to quit hiking yet, although it is 5 o'clock. Well, the sun stays up until like 9. Be nice to find water before I hunker down as well. Well, there is water up here and it is moving, but hell no, I'm not taking this. That's you. I know that's you. That right there. It's because of you. Maybe I keep going upstream. Are those ticks all over you? Like flies. Oh, you stink so bad. Oh, goddamn, I just gotta get a whiff of you. Ooh. I can taste you. Ugh. Dirty beasts. Yeah, they've pretty much wrecked the water supply. Carry on, I will find some. I still got like a liter left. I can get pretty far in a liter. But I'd like to secure some before I hunker down, because I do have raindrops hitting around me. I want, you know, coffee in the morning and all that. Got this cool guy coming down the way. Oh, he turned his tunes off. I think weird techno. Oh, not half bad. It, you know, started drizzling. The wind picked up real good, and I saw a good spot that had no cow poop in it. And I was able to set up in probably about 2 minutes. I can do better, but you know, I need practice. I'm going to sit here for a minute just because I needed a break anyway. This isn't necessarily where I want to stop, but it might be, depending. I'm going to go check over in that direction. The water that the cows were messing up was flowing up and it kind of went around. So I'm going to look over there and see if I can find like maybe the source or something. I don't know. Poke around. It'd be nice to have more water. I have enough to survive, but not enough to thrive. Yeah, I made the right call in setting this up. It's not 3 minutes later and it's already, you know, definitely not coming down by any means, but it's this drizzle opposed to sprinkling, I guess. I was just in the middle of a sneezing fit and a car drove by. The guy's like, bless you. For some reason, a couple of years ago, I changed from sneezing 3 times in a row to 6 or 7, which is so annoyingly long. Like, I was terrified I'd go into sneezing fits on the bus. Because, you know, you're that one guy sneezing, but doing it 6 or 7 times, man, it's overkill. Yeah. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. 6, 7 times. I bet it's a snot factory all day, though, man. My sinuses are all messed up. I don't know, I'm allergic to something, sick, altitude. I don't know, man. Something. But, you know, we'll get over it. It'll make you stronger in the end. So looking at the map, right up here is where I was going to get back on the CDT, this road connect. But the comments are saying to keep taking the road. There's multiple water sources right after the junction and an official forestry campsite or something along those lines. That sounds mildly interesting. That's right around the corner, so I'm going to get a little more dressed just in case. And what's that noise? And probably pack up. Also, it's cow. Which road do I take? This thing is being vocal. I think it's moving away. Oh, maybe not. That was pretty close. That's probably gonna be a loud one. Not too terribly. I better check the map. I guess this is the campsite they were talking about. Not much to speak of, but not bad looking. I'm more looking for water. Yeah, it won't even let me record. It's pushing buttons on my phone. But yeah, it's wet. I'm going to find a place to set up and consider that a loss. Hold on. Stop raining right now. Maybe things will get better. Well, the rain subsided for now. Well, it's sprinkling, but you know, I'm freaking soaked. So, like, what's the point? Keep walking till I find a nice spot or water. One of the two, huh? Not even a nice spot, just like cow poo light. Free would be nice, but you know, not asking for the moon over here. Whew. Yeah, it got cold. It's not helping. Okay, it's not helping. Hopefully that's it for a while. It's not often you see him with the cool septum jewelry. There was flowing water back there, but there were so many cows in it. I was like, yeah, never mind. Oh, there's a shit ton of crows over there. Good hands. Look at that. There's a lot of them. There is nowhere to hide when round 2 starts. I should have stayed at that first place. At least that'd be warm and dry. Well, it's definitely coming down pretty good. I got trees coming up, so. Hey, that truck passed me earlier. He may just come back to get me. He was like, hey, you can come stay at my place. We'll feed you and shower. You got a warm bed. Be nice. Well, dude definitely did me a solid. He gave me a beer and a few waters. So, yay, we got that problem down. Now I'm just going to find a place to drop a hammock. Oh, these things are freezing my hands. Whoa. I don't want to carry them for long. But yay, we got water and a beer. And weather. But I needed a shower. Remember me saying I wanted to wash up? I mean, it doesn't really count. I probably just smell worse now. But my salt stains are gone temporarily on my clothes. I look cleaner from a slight distance. Okay, We're back into trees. Let's find somewhere to camp. Well, I did find good looking water. If I happen to camp right around here, I will fill up. But my hands are full right now, so I'm not going to bother. I'm more going to look for a spot. Well, now that I got my house all set up, I'm hearing thunder way in the distance. The sun came out for a couple seconds. But that's cool. It's 7 o'clock. That's pretty much the end of the day for me, regardless. Oh, not a bad day. We did about 18 miles. Sure, all of it was roads, but we still did it. But it was a little bit closer to Lincoln. I got a lot of food, but I still don't really have an appetite. Yeah, I'll dig through that. There's something I'll eat. There's always something. Just not really feeling like it, and I can't break into those bacon things. You know, that's tomorrow. I had my one for today. Restraint. I got enough coffee to last a couple weeks. Hoo-ah. It's running low on that. Oh, my face is getting burnt. I can feel it. Yeah, my nose is a little tender, but also because I'm sniffling all day. My lungs and my throat, my nose, sinuses are all jacked. Coughing up a lot of phlegm, snot rockets galore. It's sniffling. I hate sniffling. There's a guy on the bus in front of me that did it like every minute. I'm like, dude, just fucking blow your nose. I mean, it's okay to sniffle once or twice, you know, kind of thing. But, you know, if you're just going to sit there doing it over and over, I wanted to kill him. That was a horrible noise to have to listen to. But there's nothing you can do about it. All right, let's find something to eat and fall asleep. Yeah, that'll be easy. I'm exhausted. Good night. I don't know if it'll pick up, but there's bullfrogs, I'm guessing. It stopped. Okay, so normally I sleep with my food, but I have breakfast burritos with bacon in my bag. So I figured the bare minimum I do, because I actually did look around with cord in my hand. But where does one hang their bag with these trees? What the hell is that? Is that monkeys? Sound like monkeys. Anyway. So anyway, I decided to hang my bag on the only branch I could reach. I had to stand on that log to get it. So that thing's like, the bottom of it is about 6'2" or so. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, that's the best I can do. I mean, what are my options? Now these trees have this nice big branch that just sticks out like they show you in the animation where they tell you to bear hang. I would love to bear hang, it's not convenient. But neither is being mauled to death by a fucking grizzly. And since I have bacon and stuff in there, I was like, the least I could do is separate it. And, you know, if I hear a rustling and whatnot, I can, you know, throw my bear grenade at it and yell. And it's going to take off with my food, though. It's not going to let go of that shit. It's like there's fucking bacon in there, dude. Yeah. I can make it back to town with no food on my bag. That's a huge bag slowing me down. Oh, fuck, there's squirrels. Squirrels go to sleep, though, right? Yeah. I just see one in the tree over there. Those things can ravage your bags. Tear right through everything. I had one tear through a peanut butter jar. Peanut butter jars are smooth. I don't even know how it got that first, bite into it, but it tore a nice hole in there. And it shoved everything that its little paw could reach into its face before it took off, all within the matter of seconds. It was Very impressive. Determined squirrel. That fucking new peanut butter was in there. Smell it through the plastic. Okay. It's about bedtime. Here's Camp Crawler for the night. Yeah. Nothing exciting, but at least these trees are alive. So there's a bonus there. Most of the trees here are a little too young to hang from. Okay. Yes, that is what it is. Good night, everybody. I'll see you in the morning.